Interesting is a single copper 8 Maravedis coin minted in Segovia, Spain between 1788 and 1808. It bears the likeness of King Carlos IV. Another section of the gallery displays tradeware and pottery unearthed from Butuan City's archaeological sites. These jarlets, bowls, plates, and cups were all unearthed in Butuan and were part of the daily wares of the pre-Hispanic community there. The pre-Hispanic people of Mindanao were into trading with Chinese. By the 11th century, Butuan was already the center of trade and commerce in the Philippines. Ethnic crafts from Bukidnon displayed represent the Lumad's way of life. Collection includes container for the harvested corn, rice, and other crops. For the betel nut shoe, a decoy when hunting for wild chicken. This basket trap is made of abaca fibers used to ensnare fishes in streams and rivers. Binud, a fiber that when lighted stokes an ember and helps light the fire without need for tingkikan or match. Bracelet made of plant fiber. Measuring container for small item. Weapons used for hunting birds and wild boar. Rattan strip used for tying and knotting. Weapon of defense that serves as the warrior shield. And bamboo flute from Lantapan, Bukidnon. Also displayed is the two-string boat flute played during social events, also used to serenade the women. Mount Hibok-Hibok of Camiguin Island of northern Mindanao is one of the active volcanoes in the country and part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. Take a glimpse of the museum's miniature display depicting an erupting Mount Hibok-Hibok. The original collection of Maranao antiquities of Madame Laureana San Pedro Rosales, acquired during her educational apostolate in Mindanao and considered the most extensive collection in the entire Mindanao, is housed at the museum's Pusaka Maranao Gallery. Most of these collections are from the artisan village of Tugaya on the shores of Lake Lanao. Collections include brasswares that show distinct and intricate traditional designs of the Maranaos. An array of weaponry includes a kampilan, a single-edged blade, noted for its fearsome look. Panabas, a war weapon that is originally an agricultural tool. Gonong, a Maranao dagger, and the revered Maranao weapon, symbolizing a man's status and rank, the kris. Also on display are Maranao musical instruments. This Maranao brass percussion ensemble, called Kulintang, is composed of 8 graduated sizes of shallow gongs laid horizontally on a stand called Langkongan. It's traditionally played by 5 persons. Ceremonial crafts, jewelry and accessories, wooden crafts and textiles add to the gallery's collection. Artifacts of gold, silver, and ivory, and Maranao heirlooms of Chinese blue and white wares from the Song Dynasty is also on display. This prominent fixture inside the divisionless Torogan is the Panggao, the Sultan's bed. Atop the bed's headboard are several chests known as baul, where the family's clothes are kept. The bed is decorated with traditional drapery known as the ol-ol, decorated with sequin o kil and accentuated by beadwork fretwork and all coins typical of Maranao opulence. The museum's dioramas depict the lost wax method of Maranao brassware fabrication and the enthronement of a Maranao Sultan. The enthronement is a moment of pomp and pageantry for the Maranao to show pride of social rank and the trappings of royal authority. Sitting on his throne, the Sultan is dressed in the bangkala in the royal color of yellow. Two men bear on their shoulders the Sultan's danganan, symbol of his authority, by parading this around town. A tableau of a feast known as the Pagana Maranao inside the Sultan's traditional house, a turugan where traditional dishes on brass tabak is served, covered with a colorfully decorated linen known as the ampas, is portrayed. Probably the finest collection of the museum is the danganan, ceremonial sword used in the enthronement of the Maranao Sultan, a bladeless sword that symbolizes the power and authority of the royal sultanate. It functions like a scepter and was part of the Sultan's regalia. The knob is shaped as a stylized parrot's beak. During the Sultan's enthronement, it is borne on the shoulders of two men. This danganan is the most exquisite in the collection of Madame Loriana Rosales, and one that truly once belonged to a Maranao royal. The Arabic incised markings on the inner side of the knob indicate that once belonged to a sultan sa Tugaya who was said to have lived 300 years earlier. Throughout her apostolate, Madame Laureana San Pedro Rosales has bridged northern Mindanao's three cultures she has served. The museum, dedicated to her, fosters a dialogical kinship among the three distinct culture groups. This is her life story and of the tribe peoples she has served. This is Capital University Museum of Three Cultures.